We're live. Let's get it. We're going to do it. Okay. Let me get this off the screen. Oh, snap. Are we all right here? Hold up. Let me sit up a little bit. There we go. Man, we're live. Today we got a special reaction to Inside the Den episode 2. I messed up. I honestly forgot this was last night. And I'm mad like YouTube didn't remind me that this was posted because I would have just done it anyway, late. I got back late from practice and I didn't even I completely forgot this thing happened. I woke up this morning and I can't remember what it was. Something reminded me. I think it was seeing the clip of Tate Ratledge. They played that again on social media. I was like, oh my goodness, I missed it. So we got to react to it. And today's game day. We got a game tonight, so I can't wait too long, or we'd have to go after the game because I know that's gonna be the focus. So let's just jump in here, get it done. If you're watching the replay, how you doing? We got Inside the Den episode 2. This is the one that we've all been waiting for too, though. I'll be honest, this is the only one I really need. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming this is all rounds right here. It's about 50 minutes long. This is all I need. Right here, just this episode. I don't need any of their Inside the Dens. I've watched like 8 or 9 of these. I feel like I've tried to watch every team that's posted in somewhat their version of an Inside the Den. And there's been some good ones. Eagles were good. Bears were kind of boring. Jets were kind of boring. But I've watched a lot of them. The Rams were fun. This is going to be top tier. I already know this is going to be the best one because they're going to put all days in there. You don't need 8 episodes. The editing's going to be top tier. We're going to get behind the scenes. Oh, this is going to be fire. I already know it's going to be fire. All right, let's do it. Here we go. My guest from Inside the Den. Brandon looked at TeSlaa and at Pat Bryant. Dan asked who is better year 2. Brad said Isaac has more upside. You think that took place? If you guessed that, come on, man. That's crazy. That's a crazy guess, but I'm with it. I'm with it. Can't wait to see the 4-string players ball out. Now, for real, though. I'm pumped to see the first preseason game. And I was thinking about doing something. It's kind of difficult because we'll go live before the game starts. That's the plan. So I don't know if I'll have like its own individual episode before the game or if it'll be more so like I'm just live before the game so we can kind of talk through it. It's difficult because, 1, I don't know completely who's playing, and 2, I feel like I can list everybody. Being honest, like we're looking to see all these dudes, so I want to see everybody. Everybody's battling for its spot. There's not like someone I'm not excited to see. Football's back. So we'll see how we figure that out. Either way, let's get into this. Inside the Den episode 2. If you haven't seen it, you're about to see it. We may have to be careful at times for copyright. I'm sure we're going to get hit with it regardless. But just if it's really obvious and it's just playing music and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's not supposed to be in there, we may mute it at those spots. But otherwise, we're probably going to be hit with it anyways. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm expecting this is going to be copyright. Here we go. Let's do it. I'll go up here. Should I go smaller? No, we're good. We're good for now. We'll see. Let me know if you can hear. Give me a 1 once we start. This is going to make me cry. Oh, no. Hold up. Hold up. Wait. This was the I'm Not Crying, You're Crying episode? Wait a minute. What? Okay. Okay. Let me know y'all can hear this.
I respect the hell out of teams that know.
Y'all heard that? There's already music playing. Oh, there's no way I'm avoiding this one. There's no way I'm sidestepping this copyright strike, or not strike, but claim. Don't strike me, Lions. Come on now. You know, the Lions should just let me react to this. Like, what are we doing? I'm not sidestepping this one, though. I'm definitely getting hit with it. So, we're in for one today. Let me close this. Oh, actually, I probably shouldn't close that. Let me leave that open. Watched last night and teared up. Are you serious? Yo, I was not ready. I'm not ready to be sad. I'm ready to be very excited. All right,
Who they are. I look at the Lions and go, okay, Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell.
Okay, let me just double check y'all can hear that. Give me a 1 if y'all can hear that. That sounds like the dude that's Mayock, right? The guy that used to do the draft. Shout out to Mayock, man. I don't know what he's doing now, right? He became the Raiders GM. I don't think he's there anymore, so I don't know what he's doing now. I've cried during every draft episode. Wait, why are we crying? Okay, I'm not even, let's just find out. Okay, Patrick, I appreciate it.
They know who they are. If the board dictates, they'll move up. They're not afraid to move up. If the board's falling their way, they have the patience to stick and pick. What I would tell you is they're getting exactly the kind of kid they believe in their building. So Detroit's a club that with 2 new faces in the building have completely changed who they are.
I want to sit in the draft room with the Detroit Lions. I don't care if they pick late all the time because they're good. They are fascinating. Brad Holmes.
That's facts. That's facts. I would also want to sit in that room. I'd pay for that experience, to be honest. I'd sign the NDA. You can't say anything. No, I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it. Let me run that one time. I don't even got to do a video on it. I'll just do it. Here we go.
Is the wild card. You just don't know what you're getting with him. He falls in love with players. In 21, they're sitting at 7. He's like, I got to have Penei Sewell. So he goes and gets him right away. I mean, that was his first year. In 2022, Aiden Hutchinson's sitting there at number 2. Take him. But instead of using the 32nd pick, so they were going to have to wait all the way to the end of the first round, they love Jamison Williams, the wide receiver. Despite that injury coming into the pros, they moved all the way up to 12 and did some nifty trade work to get him at number 12. I mean, that was massive, and they wanted him so badly they moved up that much. In 2023, instead of using the 6th pick overall, they moved down and get Gibby, and then at 18, they stay right there. They get Jack Campbell, the linebacker, and then in 2024, they love Terrion Arnold. They move up to 24 to get him. What is my point? What are they going to do at 28th overall in this draft? They've got 7 picks. They could do anything, and I want to sit in that draft room with the Detroit Lions because Brad Holmes, it starts with him, and he's a master at it.
Yo, I don't think I'm going to cry. I think I'm good. But it's still wild to me that Hutchinson
The 2025 NFL Draft is now officially open. The Tennessee Titans are on the clock.
So this is draft night?
We're sitting.
Hold up, go back real quick, because I gotta feel the atmosphere a little bit. So draft night, this is what we're looking like. That's fire. Nah, think about it though. How fun would that be? I'm low? Okay. If it's the video or if it's me, I can change me. Here, let me slide it out. There we go. We'll be louder now. We should be louder now. Yeah, it might be low. The thing was moved down a little bit. It would be so fire to like go into this in the morning, and this is like the atmosphere at night. Like the atmosphere at night in Green Bay, being in that building where it's like, hey, the draft's next to you, but you're like in your own building. Crazy. I can imagine this.
The 2025 NFL Draft is now officially open. The Tennessee Titans are on the clock.
We're sitting there at 28, and we knew that it was going to be a good draft with offensive linemen and defensive linemen. We did want to add a little bit more youth in our offensive line, a little bit more depth on our defensive line, but it just happened to be some really good players that we liked on both sides of the ball in the trenches.
All that is still there. Mm-hmm. What's the positive? Yeah.
He gets picked.
So, but that's the one.
Yeah, this is.
He's very Lynn McNeil-like.
Okay.
It's very similar type players. Yes.
So when we said Tyreek, everybody is perked up a little bit. So that means I knew it was a good chance that we would take him. I honestly woke up Thursday morning, and it was really all I could think about.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Plays backfield. No, he's
You know it's a chance that this guy's worthy of that.
So they already said that if he gets taken, we'll go this guy. So there's apparently a couple options on the board. That's the thing we won't get to know. They won't tell us who that is. Maybe he did get taken, and that's, or the other guy, the other option, but we won't know who that is. I don't know. It's interesting because he said O-line and D-line he felt were deep, which, hey, Brad, man, he's got his own, they got their own little unique spin on how they look at things. But he's saying the O-line and the D-line was deep. I felt like, if I'm remembering right, I didn't think the interior O-line was that loaded. But there was a lot of offensive linemen that were potentially going to be interior offensive linemen because you had a lot of tackles. You had a lot of tackles that would play different spots in the NFL. So, I don't know. But he ended up with Miles Frasier late, which to me was wild. Okay, I'll let it keep going.
28th pick. So you see a couple guys fall off the board, and you're like, oh, this could happen.
But you also caught that he was already envisioning Tyreek Williams with Lee McNeil, though. Like, envisioning those two fitting together. Like, Dan said the thing about, like, him being Aleem-like. But he already said, like, Brad was like, when Mac gets back, and that could be just looking at it from, like, right now when Mac gets back with what we have, that rotations, that's a tough rotation because you already know with free agency. We already would have had Roy at this point. So you would have a big rotation. Fortunately, some injuries have knocked us down. But future-wise, there you go. Aleem McNeil and Tyreek. That's the future. So it's like you're already looking beyond DJ Reader. That's what I took.
Once we got close to our picks and we started seeing the teams in front of us and behind us that had some interior defensive line interest, it just seemed like there were some sharks circling the water.
James Pierce.
Perfect.
So James Pierce, Atlanta moved back in front of us to get James Pierce. That was like 24 or something like that. But he's saying there's other teams that they thought could be interested in a D lineman, which I think I believe Buffalo picked after us. They could have been interested in D lineman. They went cornerback, but there was also no D lineman at that point. Was there anybody else, though, that was like maybe at the top of the second round that could have wanted a defensive lineman? I mean, they went off the board pretty fast. See if I can pull it up. Like Kenneth Grant going at 13, I think, just sped everything up. So Gray Zabel was gone. Oh, no, that's O-lineman. My bad. Okay, yeah, D lineman. Harmon went to the Steelers, and then it was to us at Tyreek. So, yeah, I would have thought Buffalo, maybe Washington. Washington lost some of their vets. They lost Josh Allen, but they have Newton, so maybe they could have been in play for that. Probably not Kansas City. I wouldn't have thought. Probably not Philadelphia. I don't know. Maybe you would have been looking into the second round then there because there wasn't another D lineman taken, it looks like, until TJ Sanders with Buffalo at 41. So that makes the most sense because they went, I mean, that's a long gap between the next one.
Circling the water.
James Pierce.
Perfect.
You start looking at is deep on offensive line and defensive line, but when you really look at true starting level interior defensive linemen, it actually shrinks a little bit more than what we thought. You start getting some calls of possible trade backs. You know, it's tempting because it's like, well, you can get a little bit more capital, but we just don't want to risk missing out on the player.
So he was getting calls about trading back. Maybe they're about to show one right here. He's getting a call right here.
We felt pretty good. You never know fully if the player's going to be there, but we felt pretty good. You be paying on the position.
I'm still talking. Yeah, I'm good. Trust your guard. It's too much IDL heat. Oh, I get it.
You do so much research.
Yeah, see, I'll be honest, man. When we got like close to a pick, I thought we were going to trade back, like for sure. I thought that's what was going to happen. That was like my guess. So I thought we were going to move back at this spot. Makes sense. They actually were getting calls. I wonder who was calling at that point. Probably Philly. Like it could have been Philly because Philly was calling like way up in the draft trying to go get Campbell. Philly picking at 32. They ended up moving up, but they only moved up one spot. Philly might have been calling. And let's just say hypothetically we swapped with Philly at 32. You had Connerly, Hairston, and then Campbell, but you had Simmons in there. So, yeah, you would have been right behind Buffalo. You would have been playing with fire with Buffalo and probably with Washington too.
And you get so much data and intel going
you got a
into
job
it,
interview.
You go
Good
through
luck.
all these scenarios, and we did feel good that it was best for us to stay pat when we felt like Tyreek was in strike.
Is this your first one? I really like
I'm just like, how is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? I'm looking at his phone number. I'm looking at his agent number. I'm just like, I was anxious.
Picks in Malachi Starks.
Okay, we're on the clock. Good stuff.
So I was in an Airbnb in Virginia with a couple of friends and family. I was definitely nervous. I wanted to go in the first round.
Tyreek, Brad Holmes, GM of Detroit Lions.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Blocking
Where you at, man? You ready to get line?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. All right, man. You're going to help us out in the middle of our defense, all right?
Yes, sir, definitely.
Tyreek.
What's going on, Coach?
Listen, from this point on, you make up your mind what you want to do. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
We're drafting you for a reason, so come in here and compete, man, and help us. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I was just excited, just knowing I came to a great team. You know, I really like the coaching staff here, so I was just happy I got such a great fit. And
is that a Lions hat or is
great
that
emotions?
With the 28th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Tyreek Williams, defensive tackle, Ohio State.
Oh, snap. Yo, that was crazy. I was not expecting
The Detroit Lions select
that was nuts.
Tyreek Williams, defensive tackle, Ohio State.
What camera does he got on?
As a football player, they're getting a
Has he got a
great
GoPro
teammate,
on?
gritty, a disruptor, a guy who wants to win. I'm going to do the dirty work and make a lot of tackles.
What we getting is big-time run stopper. This is a kid who, you watch him and he's lighter on his feet than what you think a kid 330 pounds should be able to play.
He's a lot like Aleem in terms of being able to catch an edge, rush with power, have instinct. He's got quickness. He can counter. When you watch the tape, you see that he's a three-down player.
What I love about Tyreek is this guy plays with really good technique. He can play with finesse, and he can also play with power.
A hellacious hit and driven backwards. Tyreek Williams announcing his presence.
I would say the weird thing though between him and Aleem, and it was different at the time because like I didn't know who Aleem was before we drafted him. So that was like I think maybe the first time we were really going into draft prospects like that. I feel like it was that year. But I remember we did the video on him after we took him. And like vividly I remember the games you watched, he felt much more impactful than Levi. Consistently, Levi did. I mean, Aleem did. Aleem felt more productive when you watched him than Levi. But, like, the thing with Aleem is what Brad, I think, is talking about with getting an edge and the quickness and those kind of things. Like, I feel like a lot of that popped more in the NFL than it was there immediately in college. Like, he shed a lot of blocks from what I remember. He was super productive all the time. He got on and off blocks, like, easy. But, like, the athleticism where he ultimately started dropping weight, that kind of thing, I feel like that actually took off more so in the NFL than what it was expected to be or what it was at the time. Like, he's a much different body type than what he was when he was in college. Because, like, I don't know what the stats were. I believe Aleem's were probably better than Levi's in college. Levi also didn't play that last year. But, like, watching him, the dude felt like he was just more productive. But that doesn't necessarily mean getting drafted higher. But I feel like Aleem, what he did is he took that productivity, and then he also ended up having a much higher upside of an athlete than maybe what was expected from a lot of people. And I think that kind of put it all together for him becoming what it ultimately was. He's already had a bag. He already knew how to win. But then he also took that athleticism to the next level. I think that changed everything for Aleem. And, we've seen him just continue to get better and better.
Authority.
I saw him live versus Indiana. You see his ability to read, react, find the football very quickly, and anticipate things. He is very nimble. He has very good bend and agility. He's got dancing bear.
Very good bend and agility, huh? Come on. Hey, Brad, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, he's actually they're showing him dance, which is great. Yeah, they're showing him dance. That's great. So let me go back. If we look, see, this is why I like this, because I want to hear what else he has to say about him. Not Aleem. What am I looking at? Tyreek. My highest grade before we drafted him was agility, body control, which would speak into the bend, being able to kind of slither, that kind of thing, bend. And then it would have been motor, And then, it would have been football intelligence. Football intelligence, body control, agility all had the same grade, the highest grades across the board for me. So there's definitely a type, at least for interior. There's definitely a type because Mekhi Wingo was very similar. You know what I want to do real quick? Let me just see what I thought for Mekhi Wingo because Wingo, much later, smaller. But I think Wingo had that too. That was kind of Wingo's thing too. So Wingo, my highest across the board. Wingo, I had hands, body control, football intelligence, discipline, motor, and agility. Bro, they got a type, dog. They got a type. But Mekhi Wingo is small, man. 6 foot, 284. He's also only a 3-year player, which is kind of crazy. For like a 3-year player to come out and then be like, usually those dudes are going to be high draft picks. He came out after 3 years. Tyreek Williams, 335. That dude weighed 50 more pounds than Mekhi Wingo.
In him, all those things made him extremely attractive to us.
This was a guy that just continued to grow on me throughout the season. If you watch just the college playoffs alone, you would know why we were so excited to get this guy. You got a chance to see an extra 3 or 4 games of some real high-level football against some really high-level competition, and that was the best I had ever seen him play. I mean, he was a big part of the reason they were able to hold that banner up and that trophy up at the end of the year.
Stepping up in pressure, and he's dumped. Tyreek Williams, the incredible.
You can get players like this that aren't as loved by fans, but Ohio State fans love this dude. Every Ohio State fan I've talked to, and there's a lot of Ohio State fans near where I'm at, they love this dude. Like, they were, like, sad that he didn't go to Cleveland. That's what most people are fans of.
Athleticism on full display.
He was always a favorite of ours. What jumped off was his intelligence.
Football intelligence, man. That's what I'm talking about, Brad. All right, listen. I'm fired up.
I remember his interview at the Combine. He really knocked it out the park with his intelligence and how much he knew about the game.
Go back. What did I see right there? Interior defensive line, Combine install. Nose and tackle. Okay.
Good linebacker, right?
I remember his interview at the Combine. He really knocked it out the park with his intelligence and how much he knew about the game.
He's in this gap. He's in that gap. He's in there and he's in there.
Okay.
Like he has that big gap. I'm playing these 2 gaps.
You got them both. Was that a problem?
Nah, I like that. I'm good at that. I try to be like a smart player. I kind of pride myself on that. So they were just asking me questions, I was just firing back answers, and I think they liked how, fluid I was with my answers.
Based on what we talked about, what probably should happen here then?
The nose should wrap.
The nose should wrap to make us right. The nose should wrap to make us right.
You go into the building, man, and you won't hear one bad thing about this guy. You hear things like smartest guy in the room, able to absorb a lot of information, able to apply what he's learned to the field. So when you hear that type of stuff, you know that a kid could be scheme versatile.
And what would you say the best thing you do?
Definitely stopping the run. I think that's my strong suit, but I also have the, ability to rush the passer.
We've created a culture,
being honest,
to where we only can take certain type of kids here. And it's going to always start with,
okay, I'm not
do
even
they
lie, that looked tough. Like, I don't think I've seen that. Which is, I remember the Landon Jackson one because he looks weird doing it. That looked tough. Wait a minute.
I also have the ability to rush the passer.
See that one
we
more
created
time.
a culture to where we only can take certain type of kids here. And it's going to always start with,
man, okay, that
do
looked
they
good.
love
That looked
football?
good, though.
This kid loves
Run the back.
football.
I like to work off power. Just want to get him off his spot. Really explosive, and when I'm moving, it's a lot to deal with, so I kind of want to shock him, and basically whatever he gives me, come off of that.
Okay. How do you feel about playing the nose?
I feel good. I can play anywhere inside. I think I'm
0 shade 3.
Everything was just like this with Tyreek, as I was watching him, and this is my 10th year, yet this is the first time I've had a first round pick from my area. And also when you get a guy in your area, man, that you really feel good about, it's even better. Man, it was like a match made in heaven.
That's good stuff. Good stuff.
That dude's probably in a different room. He's probably so happy right now. That dude's jumping up and down. They made that pick.
That's good stuff. These guys are fired up down there. Casey's got a big smile on his face. Tomorrow the real work starts. We're halfway there? Yeah. First part of the mission. Oh my God. Big selfish, huge. What's all right? So good second. Good. Good. All in draft.
QB, you got that Saquon picture. Is that new? I feel like that's new. Nah, that's true. That's true. DT Bandman's in the building. I'm glad you're here, man. I feel like I was trying to make sure that you could be in the building. I was trying to make sure that was possible.
Welcome to Detroit.
Here we go.
I'm just here. That's crazy. Like, not even too long ago. I feel good. Like, I can't put it into words yet, but definitely like a great feeling for sure.
We got on a private jet and came out here, and that was pretty cool. I've never been on a private jet, so that was a first. And then getting here, it was just like, I was just excited the whole time. I didn't really have no real feelings. Like, I was just like, wow.
Warren, what about for you? What was last night like?
He said I was punching him, so I was so happy. But I don't remember that, but I know it was a real moment, that's for sure.
I had to put my phone on D&D. It was like call after call, message after message. Glad everybody reached out, though. I'm going to eventually get back to him, but it might take a little while. On the field, you're going to get a great player, a disruptor, very versatile. Off the field, you're going to get a funny guy, easy to talk to, don't cause no problems, and you just want to win.
He's his all, level-headed, coachable.
This is mom, right? Like,
it's business.
I wasn't paying attention.
Work. You gonna get to work.
Just happy, I'm blessed. Just ready to start, for real.
Oh, okay, this is mom. Okay. Yeah, that's... Oh, of course they pull up in the Ford.
Congratulations.
Man,
Thank you.
You're just here, but now you get the official tour.
Yeah. It's nice.
I've been in there.
What's up, Coach?
How are you?
Doing good.
brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Welcome.
How you doing?
Very nice to meet you.
The fired up man on the side.
Well, I was at Texas last year. Y'all hurt my feelings.
Yeah, bro. That's me, Tyreek.
I told you, didn't I?
You did. You did.
I told you.
Yeah.
Congrats, homie.
Appreciate it.
It rock then, you know what I'm saying?
Do it.
Well,
I can't go back?
Texas
All right.
last year. Y'all hurt my feelings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro. That's me, Tyreek.
I told you.
There's a lot of...
You did.
I told you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Dan and Gibbs. Okay. That's what that was. They're very excited right now. Both of these they're very excited. Maybe they were on the same call. Maybe, you know what I mean, playing some Fortnite or something the night before because, they could have got some dubs and they're like, yo, we got to celebrate. Maybe that's what they're
Appreciate it.
It rock then, you know what I'm saying?
Do it.
Just meeting everybody, it kind of settled in a little bit. Like, I'm really got drafted. I'm here. Like, this is the next step. Like, it's not college anymore. But it was just a lot of emotions. I couldn't even tell you, like, exactly how I was feeling. I was all over the place.
For me, it's just been a mix of emotions, from crying to, being happy and, just spending the time with my family for real. It's just been a great feeling. No, appreciate it.
Bro, that's a big dude, man.
I was like, oh.
I wish he was there at the draft.
Got a monster.
Like, you could have compared him to Graham. I know Mason Graham been losing.
Getting drafted, I'm just happy. And just helping the team out in any way I can is really my biggest thing I want to achieve, for real. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure. Congratulations, buddy.
Nice to meet you.
What's up, man?
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
What's going on? Nice to meet you.
Congrats, bro.
Appreciate it.
Congrats, bro. Congrats, man.
Bro, that's kind of
Happy to have
weird,
you, man.
like being around them while they're drafting.
How you
dudes.
feeling?
Feel good.
Yeah.
Ready.
Yeah. Man,
Excited.
we're fired up, man.
Wow.
We're fired up. We're a little nervous. But man.
So then this would be the day after the pick. So this is day 2, and draft hasn't started yet, and they have him in before the draft starts. Okay.
There, man. We were ecstatic, man. As you know, we've had our eyes on you for a long time, man. So expected big things, man.
I definitely knew it was a possibility of me landing at 28 because I had great conversations, at the combine, the 30 visit. And they basically told me if I'm there, it's a possibility they're going to take me. So when I got that call, it was just, I don't even know how to describe it. The feeling you get, like that rush you get of like answering that call, like I don't think nothing compares to it, if I'm being honest. I think I've been, dreaming this my whole life, and I'm finally here. I just got to show up and do it.
Shep, we're here.
Coach Shep, he's just met him and I already love him. He's a high energy guy. He sells to me how much he loves my game and how I play and how.
They had Tyreek in the next day. See, Matt, they did make us wait for this video. They did
help the team, and you need a guy like that in your corner.
They're trying to hype up the
And I told
preseason game.
Mike and Dan and all that knew that they made jokes with me because this is my favorite player defensively in this draft. I didn't think we was gonna have the opportunity. And then just God willing, I told you this ain't recruiting. Like I could love you all I want, but everything gotta map out the right way. I truly believe like this is where you're supposed to be.
Sir.
How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Welcome. Congrats.
Thank you.
National champion.
Thank you so much.
Where did you think you were going to go?
Here.
Yeah. Oh, they got school.
Yes, sir. Hey, hello. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I'm just happy I'm here. Great opportunity to, go help a team. And as soon as you get here, I think you got to hit the ground running. Having that mindset will, put me in the right place. I want to provide, my skill set that I know I have. Like I said, it's already great players here, and playing alongside them, I think I can add a lot and boost the defense. So just ready for that. I'm ready to get playing and, keep learning from the vets and, start my career the right way.
Hey, shout out to Mayo. We see you. Carson, I see you. What's up, Carson?
Hello. Round two.
Good to see you.
Here we go.
Next to Wayne. So, we got a guy that's a lot like you. He just doesn't have the movie star looks. He goes, well, he can develop those too.
We felt pretty good about staying at 28. We felt pretty good about staying at 60. If we had to move up just a little bit, we had those discussions as well.
You good with that? Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
See, that's interesting because I feel like going into the draft, if you hadn't, if you knew you were going after Tate, like, I don't know how confident I would have felt, like not knowing what we know now that Tate would have actually gotten a 57. I feel like you have to end up with Tate Ratledge. I would have thought like for me, I didn't have him as high, so it would have made sense. But like across, like from, what the mindset was, I think out there, I wouldn't have been super confident he was going to get there. Just because I didn't think the interior offensive line was that loaded, and I could have seen a world in which, Jonah Savania going 37, like, the only thing there would have been the flexibility to me. It's like, all right, well, I guess maybe, you see some flexibility. He was healthier, I guess. Maybe some, but like outside of that, like I didn't think Jonah was better than Tate. So, like him jumping up there so early, like Miami going to getting him. But there was a little bit of a, it was cold, man. There wasn't any offensive lineman after Jonah. I mean, you had to go to Ursery to the Houston Texans, and then it was Anthony Belton, so you had a couple tackles. So Ozzie Trapillo, maybe, you had two interior offensive linemen go all round two. But to me, that would have made sense based on what I thought the strength was. I didn't think the interior line was that great. So like that thing where we kept like, hey, if you're gonna get one, get one and get out of there. I wouldn't have been confident that he was going to get there because I didn't think it was that loaded. I mean, what do we have in round 3? I'll wait. But man, there was a gap.
Or did you feel like he was falling? Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's better.
Do we need to get up to 55? Do we need to get up to 50? We were at peace with that as well, but we were very high on Tate Ratledge.
So good.
Okay, so he knew what time it was.
You guys going to pick, or you guys going to be interested in back to 6? Jordan's still good.
You feel better earlier in the rounds. It's like, oh yeah, he'll definitely. But then it gets a little bit closer and closer, and you see the offensive linemen, specifically the guards, that pool starts to shrink, and then you have some teams in front of you, some teams behind you that have that as a need as well.
Okay, yeah, because I'm not sure if the pool is actually really shrinking before it got to us. Like in just terms of who was getting selected, because I don't think the end of round 1 had any offensive linemen. And then, like, you went Carson, Higgins, Nick, like the first. So, I guess Jonah going. It had to be just Jonah going. Because I think when Jonah went as early as he did, Miami went up and got him, and he played tackle and guard, and he played both sides, but you kind of knew, like, this guy's not probably going to be a tackle. I think coming into it, some people thought he could be, but it was like, all right, this is probably going to be an interior guy. I guess when he went, maybe that was the mindset, because I think it's because of how early he went that it set the tone of like, oh, snap. We might have to, make this thing happen pretty quickly here. But then, it was kind of quiet after that for interior guys. I could have thinking Baltimore may have wanted that. Honestly, the Raiders could have wanted one to put with JPJ in there. Okay. Kansas City.
So George. Yeah, we're still interested. So 130. And
Raiders and
give us 230 back. Yeah.
Pick is in, Denver's on the clock.
So we're gonna go up to 57. Perfect. Yep, we're good.
I was in Athens. My family was there, so I had a little party, a little get together. And it's stressful sitting there waiting to see what your fate is, because you don't know where you're going to be.
It's big.
Yeah, that's good.
We had the conviction on him, and then that's when we just pulled the trigger just to jump up a few spots to secure him. Hey, Tate.
So that's one of them trades where you're like, it's not maybe just to jump over a specific team, but he's still there, and we can do this because we've already made the conversation happen. So let's just do it. Let's just do it anyway. Let's just make sure we get him. I think those are the best trades, by the way, because it's like, okay, we got him. But yeah, the Ravens could have definitely used a guard. After last year, too, they definitely could have used a guard.
If you get a call that night, you're answering the phone, right? Funny thing is it popped up as potential spam. So I answered, I'm like, hello? Mr. Holmes was like, this is so-and-so with the Detroit Lions. And I was like, oh, man, here we go.
You ready to be a Lion?
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Mr. Ratledge.
What's up, Coach? How are you?
Hey, man, congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Just come in here and compete and get you been out there and one day.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Bro, it looks like
Congratulations. How are you?
I'm better now.
Good, so are we. We were sweating here, but I'm so glad we got you. Everyone's really excited. So
I can't help but think this is just like it's like going back to
I think this place is built the way they play the game, so I think it's a great fit. And to have them trade up is something I've worked for my whole life, and was finally able to get that call was awesome.
Lions.
Like they put his jersey back here. He's definitely just maybe he's like family owned.
I told everybody, I was like, it's the Lions. Everybody started cheering, whatever, and then I actually look at the screen, I'm like, they don't have a pick right now. I'm like, what's going on? So I'm just sitting there confused. It was an emotional roller coaster, but one of the best feelings in the world.
With the 57th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select
Tate Ratledge, guard from Georgia.
That's wild. Yo, that's wild to get the call and not see that they've already traded up. That's crazy. That's wild because then as soon as it like changed, he already knew what time it was. By the way, that is always the coolest thing when you're watching the draft and then you can see like the names change like 2 picks later and your team, like the Lions will jump up there. That gets you fired
I'm a smart
up.
football player.
So
I
you
got a
about
mean
10
streak to
minutes
me.
to
I
be
think that's
hyped.
the way I've been brought up in this game. A guy that's going to come in and give his all every day.
He has good strength, shows good footwork, shows ability to get up to the second level. He just gets it with his instincts, his ability to move. You see a guy that's a leader. He's been there. He's won national championships. He's been All-American. And the one thing that stands out, he's tough and gritty. You saw that this year when he was hurt most of the year, and he played through his injury and wanted to be out there with his teammates.
You know what's a good point? I never even thought of this, especially like getting reminded with some of these plays. Like, he does give me Graham Glasgow vibes for sure. Like, in the way that he's, like, straining to stay connected, it definitely makes me think of Graham Glasgow. Like, sometimes it's not the prettiest, but he's just battling to stay with somebody, especially when he gets upfield. makes me think of Graham a lot.
I think I'm one of the tougher guys in this draft. I think me coming back from what I've came back from this past year shows that. They're getting a physical, smart, hard-working player.
Do you enjoy zone or gap a little more?
Either. I enjoy football.
He played Clemson on that opening game.
Hey, I'm with it, man.
He played really
from this.
That was the thing for him too.
Past year
like
shows that.
He would fit for
They're getting a
both.
physical, smart, hard-working player.
Do you enjoy zone or gap a little more?
Either. I enjoy football.
He played Clemson on that opening game. Thought he played really, really well. Unfortunately, he got hurt in that Kentucky game. I went to the Alabama-Georgia game. He was unfortunately hurt, but was able to see him live. And I thought was very interesting is that even though he had one of those carts with the one leg up, his body type looked a lot more athletic than I thought I was going to see. And then I do think that showed when he was able to display his athleticism at the combine.
He went into the combine and freaking dominated. He ran a 4.97 in the 40-yard dash. That's 96th percentile, 95th percentile broad jump, 92nd percentile three-cone, 91st percentile 10-yard split. He tested out as an elite athlete at the combine, along with his elite tape too. I'm a big fan of Tate Ratledge. He is one of the best pass blockers we have in this draft.
I got to spend 5 days with him at the combine. He was in my combine group. This kid was always on time, had some leadership ability to him, and you could see guys gravitate into him. Has some great hair, as you can tell, but when it was all business, he was all business.
Hey, Ratledge, nice to meet you.
That's the hot seat right there.
Definitely one of the more intense meetings I had. Coach Fraley was up there installing and having me spit it right back at him, so it was a lot thrown at you at once, just kind of seeing how I could retain stuff.
I'm playing right guard. We're in a loud stadium, Soldier Field. Where we yelling?
Out, getting that tackle out.
That quiet or?
Out.
That's their first kind of look with the guy.
He said that quiet. Hey, man. Bro, the coaches like that, bro. They want to feel it, man.
20 minutes and they throw stuff at you.
That
it allows
dude's
you
like
to see, hey, can this guy pick something up on the fly? And I think Tate in his interview showed this guy's a guy.
How would you describe your play?
I think physical, and I think I play with an edge. I think in my mind, I know when it comes to fourth quarter that you're going to tap before I'm going to tap. That's how I play.
Yeah, you got a little base now.
Has there been like a wow moment in any of these processes?
When I met Coach Campbell with the Lions, I walked into that meeting and I was like, oh, wow, I'm a big fan of him, so that was pretty cool to meet him.
Is he as intense as we think he would?
Yes.
As it pertains to that, what does Griff mean to you? Just give me an example.
I mean, I feel like I can give you a few examples. I think off the field, starting with one of my best friends passing away, Devin Willock, and walking into that facility 2 days later and working out in the same rack that we worked out together in every day. This past year, pushing myself to my limit to get back to play. But that was grit to me, is grinding my ass off to get back to where I can play.
Got it.
We all know that grit's all over.
Pushing myself to my limit to get back to play. But that was grit to me, is grinding my ass off to get back to where I can play.
He does look super athletic.
We all know that grit's all over this building, but when you kind of hear about the adversity that players have been through and what has shaped them, that means a lot to me and Dan.
I love you, buddy. I'm so proud of you.
That's great.
That's great. That's great.
That's good.
That's great.
I'm not crying, by the way. My eyes are just watering. You know what I'm saying?
Both of these guys.
Yawning, bro. I'm good. I'm good.
Yes.
Tate Ratledge in particular, that definitely was another part of the mission, and I believe that we did accomplish that.
What is the HWS?
That was big. Great job.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Jacksonville.
You got him. Big boy.
Come on, we're ready for another one. That's all.
And we're trying to trade this over, see if we can get you another one.
We actually kind of knew going into it before the draft, if we were sitting at 102 and we stayed there, we were going to be dealing with a...
She said center? Okay, wait, let me go back.
Oh, okay. Both of these guys are immediate.
Yes.
Immediate help.
Tate Ratledge in particular, that definitely was another part of the mission.
They left that in for a reason.
And I believe that we did accomplish that.
Fred, you're better now. Yeah. That was big. Great job.
Thank you.
Wait, did I miss it again? I saw it and then I missed it again.
Big boy.
Come on, we're ready for another one. That's all.
And we're trying to trade this whole order so we can get you another one.
We actually kind of knew going into it
Okay, I
before
kind
the
of saw it. Like, I skipped to it, and then I think I missed it again somehow. But she just asked if he can play center too, and he said yeah. Okay.
draft. If we were sitting at 102 and we
that she
stayed
asked
there,
that, though.
we
Yeah,
were
she
going to
is
be
locked
dealing
in.
with a lesser player
I guess
for
she was probably
us
thinking about
on
Frank.
our board.
You want to stack this to him? Me too. He's a better player than me too. What's up, son? What's up, son?
It's a lot that goes into it about.
All right, look, man. You definitely seen this. That's cool. Let me go here though, because I feel like he's not going to tell us who he's separating.
Wanting to pull off a trade, first of all, you have to be at peace with what you're about to depart with. And we already kind of had a plan in place that we'll be trading up from 102.
You guys picking, or would you guys be entertained to move down? We're at the bottom at 102.
Jacksonville 70.
So 102, 2-3s for 70, 182, and future 6. Okay, let me talk to Brad. I'll write you.
Say Dorse is on the phone with the team, and then Disner's on the phone with the team.
Wait a minute. Is that the trade we did?
A lot of teams, they might be intrigued about a trade.
So 102, 2-3.
102, 2-3s. Okay, we did that.
For 70.
And then 70, 80, 182, and a future 6. I feel like that was the trade. I don't know if we negotiated that much. Lions traded 102, 2/3, and they got 70, a 6th-round pick in 2025, 182, and they also received they received 182 and they reserved the 6 next year. Yeah, that's the exact trade we did. So this wasn't moved at all. They offered us that. We
182 and future 6. Okay, let me talk to Brad. I'll write you.
Say Dorse is on.
But I also think that question with like who you trade for in set, when we would always do it, like especially for a guy that wasn't round 1, like that was immediately the expectation. It wasn't a lot of what it looked like in year 1. So from like Dan's perspective, I mean, especially from that position, like we definitely didn't maybe need the dog year 1, but yeah, like we didn't ever. It was always a grade of what he was going to be in year 2, not what it was going to be in year 1. Like once he got beyond the first round, we always had our grade set like that. What was it going to be in year 2? They never would have us grade what was going to be in year 1. So it was very projection heavy. So I feel like that question was more so of what the expectation would be from a guy in Brad's spot. But Dan can ask that question because if you're looking at that position, what you already have, you don't really need that for year 1.
The phone with the team, and then Disner's on the phone with the team, and a lot of teams, they might be intrigued about a trade, but it's very contingent on if their guys there when they're about to pick.
This is your guy. I love this guy. I love this guy. You said, I know exactly what you said. Oh my God. Young, hungry, tough, physical.
Yes, lives are tonight. That's the
We really didn't know what to expect, so just anxious, just waiting for that phone call, not knowing when it's going to come.
Okay, so I got 102, next year's 3, next year's 3rd comp pick. Yep, for 70, 182, and next year's 6th.
That's the same trade, right?
This guy go nuts.
Okay, he just announced it.
Later on, when pick 68 was going on, my phone starts ringing, and it's from a 313 number. And I'm like, what's going on? Because Detroit's not on the board right now.
Isaac, hey, it's Brad Holmes with Jamie Detroit Lions. How you doing, man?
How's it going?
Man, how can I over and get over here, man? We about to pick you right here. You ready to be a Lion? Are you ready to be a Lion?
Yes, sir.
All
I think he was just kind of shocked that he was getting a call from his favorite team growing up, and I felt like he was kind of at a loss of words.
Isaac, hey man, excited to get you on board. That visit was big. It was big, and your tape speaks for itself. So,
I appreciate it, Coach.
you ready to go or what?
Absolutely, let's do it. I'm excited.
I don't even remember a word that they said to me because I was just so in shock when I got that phone call. Obviously, what are the chances that, you know, my hometown team, the team I've been following since I was a kid, is calling me to draft me right now, and I get to talk to the GM, the head coach, Mrs. Ford.
Hey, Isaac. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mrs. Ford.
Hey, that's so fire though, because like they probably know it like as that, like, oh, Ford, of course that's the Lions. Nah, that's super cool because you would like, I feel like as long as the experience is good, you definitely want to get that extension done. Like you want to stay with that team. As long as the experience is good. Now, if you're like, oh, this was trash, I got to get out of here. But, like, otherwise, like, I don't think you'd want to, you know, if it's a good experience, like, what would your interest be in leaving? You'd be like, yeah, I want to get done here. I want to stay with these guys.
I didn't hear a word that Mrs. Ford said because everyone in the board.
That's fire, though.
Hey,
I think
Isaac.
we've seen that clip.
Thank you, Mrs. Ford.
Hey, look at dude's reaction. It's dude's reaction. They got the right guy.
I didn't hear a word that Mrs. Ford said because everyone coach,
Bro, it's
Mrs.
so-
Ford.
Hey, Isaac. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mrs. Ford.
I didn't hear a word that Mrs. Ford said because everyone in
Hey, this
the house
girl's
just blew
shocked. Oh, my goodness.
up when they figured
Thank you, Mrs. Ford.
I didn't hear a word that Mrs. Ford said.
Yo. I don't think she knows that's Hamp. That's not Ford. That's Sheila Hamp. She's like, hold up. Who are these dudes talking about?
Because everyone in the house just blew up when they figured out who I was talking to on the phone.
Dang, yo, that's
Everything hit me at once, and I was like, God is so good. Like, I'm extremely grateful, and it's just been, I mean, just an incredible experience.
Packer Nation, what's up?
Taylor, T should be out there.
One year ago on this
Jabari
weekend,
Smalls look good.
I cried
Taylor's.
because I thought I was going to be a Packer.
Oh, they love that.
With the 70th,
They love that. Hey, yo. That was probably the coolest moment for us though, because we didn't see all this when the draft was happening. That was the coolest
pick
moment.
in the 2025 NFL, I cried because I thought I was going to be a Packer. With the 70th pick in the 2025 NFL draft, the Detroit Lions select
Hey, see, he was crying. He was crying.
Isaac TeSlaa, wide receiver, Arkansas. One pride.
I've been following Isaac since he was at Hillsdale, so I've had my eyes on him since the fall of 22. It's always been on tape as far as the athlete, the player.
Big play again for TeSlaa. Give that man 6 points. And it's a one-handed catch
Ooh,
by
I love that. It
TeSlaa.
looks like high school film, bro. The Hillsdale highlight.
It's always been on tape as far as the athlete, the player.
Big play again for TeSlaa. Give that man 6 points. And it's a one-handed catch by TeSlaa, who reached back and made the catch. The man is human flypaper.
Just seeing him make that jump from Hillsdale up to the SEC at Arkansas and prove he can go against those guys.
Being a really tough, competitive athlete. He's everything that we look for this culture. He's a really big kid. He's 6'3", long arms, just a natural hand catcher that's explosive out the line. And then when he gets to the top speed, it's pretty impressive for a guy his size.
Going for TeSlaa. Caught. Touchdown, Arkansas.
I go up there and I catch the ball. Anytime I'm targeted, 0 drops in college, balls in my vicinity.
Okay, so 0 drops in college. See, okay, he didn't drop a pass. I didn't know. See, I was like, I didn't think he dropped anything. 0 drops in college. He knows what time. That Okay, actually, I don't like that comparison because. Yo, no, it wasn't the same way. It wasn't the same way. Because Okuda was asked about something a little bit different, and he was like, I had no pass interference penalties. Like, he was You know, but this was, I feel like this was a different type of answer. He just didn't drop any passes. That's real.
I'm going to go up and get it.
And a deep throw, TeSlaa pulls it in for a first down.
I didn't have a combine invite. I didn't have an invite to the Senior Bowl, and so got the invite to the Hula Bowl like a week before it started. Went down there, ended up having a really solid week. Ended up talking to a Senior Bowl rep there. They said, we're full right now. If anything happens, we'll call you. And then 3 or 4 days before the Senior Bowl, someone ended up dropping out. That just gave me the opportunity to go out there, and I just need that opportunity. I'm going to go bust through that door.
Our scouts have always mentioned the intrigue and the interest of him. When I saw him live at the Senior Bowl, he was extremely productive throughout the week and in the game. He made some acrobatic catches. He made some contested catches. The targets that he did. When I saw him live at the Senior Bowl, he was extremely productive throughout the week
this is crazy.
and in the game.
Come on, man. That makes it look too easy. Like, you should not be catching the football like that.
He made some acrobatic catches. He made some contested catches. The targets that he did get, most receivers would catch with their body. He was still catching them with his hands.
He's going to go in the back of the end zone for TeSlaa, who makes another difficult catch in traffic right there.
He showed up in the run game in the tenacity and the strain as a blocker. It wasn't a blocking drill. It was a bubble screen coming about him. It was a toss coming behind him, and so you just don't see that very often, especially in an all-star setting.
You don't see guys block as physically as he does. He really just gets after guys and finishes through the whistle.
Run blocking, that's something I take.
You just don't see that very
This is why it
often,
took him so long. They were trying to find
especially
those
in
Senior
an
Bowl
all-star
clips.
setting.
You don't see guys block as physically as he does.
This one is crazy.
He really just gets after guys and finishes through the whistle.
My run blocking, that's something I take a lot of pride in. If it's a backside run, some receivers will take that as a play off. For me, it was I'm going to go dig out that safety, and I'm going to do everything I can to put tape out there to show how I play the game.
You have to block in the running game to play wide receiver in our offense, and
See,
he
that's
did
the thing.
that.
You could expect this at the Senior Bowl, right? You got that opportunity he's doing the Senior Bowl. But when you do it every game in college, like, that's a crazy work ethic, man.
At a high level.
Anytime he got an opportunity, he showed exactly who he is. And then bringing him in here, getting in front of our coaches, really solidified this kid is a Detroit Lion.
When he came on his top 30 of his, he had on a Lions jersey. But he said, no, I've had it since the 8th grade. He grew up as a Lions fan through and through. And he's like, no, what better time to wear it than now? And so I really respected that.
I don't get nervous.
It is crazy because that's really, what is that, man? Like 7 years?
A lot.
I believe it.
But when I heard
since the 8th grade, he grew up as a Lions fan through and through. And he's like, no, what better time to wear it than now? And so I really respected that.
I don't get nervous a lot, but when I heard that I was going to be stepping into a room with Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell, I was like, all right, some of the reason why I play the game. I don't.
That's the coolest though. That's the type of jacket Jim Schwartz would be wearing right there. Where you got the it's just Lions, but just like the font of it. That's a Jim Schwartz type of jacket.
I get nervous a lot, but when I heard that I was going to be stepping into a room with Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell, I was like, all right, some of the reason why I play the game that way that I do is because I've been watching the Lions and I see what gives them success, that grit, the way that they play. So that has inspired me to become the football player that I am in some sense.
We're talking about youth, upside, size, length, toughness. Like, we don't even know everything he's going to be able to do. Yeah.
Jim Schwartz
hands catcher. Yes. Well, I remember when you first saw him, big. He's got an immediate role, and he's just going to grow better.
Who are those guys that you just have that gut feeling about that you really want them? And especially...
That's right. Big. He's got an immediate role.
He's got an immediate role.
And he's just going to grow better.
Who are those guys that you just have that gut feeling about that you really want them? And especially if me and Dan are aligned in our conviction and our love for the player, you better get the guys that you really, really want.
Nothing like identifying your dudes and getting them. Yep. It's the best.
The final pick of night 2 is in. It belongs to the Minnesota Vikings.
Who would you take if I could state?
It probably would have been that LSU guard.
That's an awesome clip. Hey, that's an awesome clip. Hold up. If he would have sitting there, he would have taken our guy. Taken Miles. They took Ty Felton. So who would have been? Jameer Dyke, Brayshaw Tootin, Cam Scattaboo, Craig Woodson. Yeah, see, dog, once you get to that, the next receiver that was taken was Dyke. It was DK. Sorry, I think it was Jameer DK. I think it was pronounced DK. But Arian Smith, which Aaron Glenn took, Dante Thornton. That does feel like a whole different group of receivers, like a whole different section of dudes. Okay. A little crazy with that beat. Oh, they stopped.
You're going to see players selected today. They're going to make a major impact on your team. You got to scout them. There's starters. There's impact players. They're out there. Now you got to go find them.
When I walked in the draft, I pulled out my phone. I usually don't do this.
What's the footage of this? Like once in a lifetime.
Never would have thought that I would see that, but Rod Wood had the idea and is very authentic. And I couldn't tell you how much I appreciate him for doing that. That was something that I'll never forget.
I'm speechless.
Never known this. You guys look awesome, man. This is like the best ever, bro.
You know what? Texas A&M has to pay their school.
No, I don't think
get into that.
When we didn't have a 4th round pick at the time and we're getting into the 5th round, and then Miles Frazier's now just sticking out like a sore thumb.
Frazier's still there, man. Frazier's still there. Yeah.
That is a good play.
Yeah, I do too. I'm all good with him, though. I know what he is.
Oh, yeah.
I'm totally with you. I mean, we got him up there.
With Miles in particular, we just had him higher. And so it's like, let's just not lose this guy.
Wait a minute. We got...
So it's like, let's just not lose this guy.
I got it. Yeah. I just don't wear it because like, I don't think it's
Yeah.
You want to use a second today, right?
It's kind of
like you're probably most comfortable in the 170 range.
Sure. 180 and 220. I'm thinking it's reasonable. I just think
we got those 3 guys. It's like, then I think we'd get Miles Frazier too. We really had conviction on that player.
And I forgot it was out.
Yes. Yep. All right. You want to do it? Okay. 171, 182, and 228. You're good. All right. It's awesome. Good job, guys. Thank you.
Just getting that phone call, many people would pray and hope to be in the situation. So I'm just blessed that they have trust in me because it's millions of kids' dreams.
Hey, Miles, you tired of waiting? You ready to be alive? All right, brother. Well, hey, look, you're going to help us out in the middle of our offensive line, all right?
I'm just blessed to be here. Actually seeing the video of when I got drafted and the high fives and just everybody happy for me, that really just made me want to go hard.
As a player, you're getting a big bruiser in the middle there. In the run game, he gets his pads on guys, he's got strong hands to move them.
That dude does not really look like an offensive lineman. That's wild.
As a player, you're getting a big bruiser in the middle there. In the run game, he gets his pads on guys, he's got strong hands to move them. He's a finisher. He's got some flexibility to play multiple spots. It just brings another nasty guy to our offensive line.
Really good natural feel there by Frasier.
My mentality separates me from other people. Just like to dominate, impose my will, and just finishing blocks, dumping people over coolers, and just have that nasty mentality.
With the 171st pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Miles Frasier, guard LSU, won Pride Worldwide.
One Pride Worldwide. Come on.
Miles Frazier's a good player. He's going to be a good guard. I think he's going to play for a long time inside.
Just the finish was something that really caught my eye. This guy just likes burying people in the ground, and I think the ceiling's high with him. And just the mentality and tenacity he plays with. He's going to fit right in.
We're good. We are good.
Frazier? Yeah. No, I don't think I had Frazier at Tate, but I didn't have him far off. Let me check. I don't think I had him in front of Tate. That was my gap wasn't far. Not as far as what he went. I mean, he goes 60, 67 to 171 is nuts. Let me see. Let me see real quick. Let me remind myself. Wait. So I had oh my gosh, wait, did I? Hold up. Maybe I did. Maybe I did. Tate Ratledge. No, I had him 2 apart. See, that's what's wild because Jonah Savanaya was right before Miles Frazier for me before the draft. It's different after the draft, but before the draft. So I had Tate, Jonah, Miles. So I had him as the 10th O lineman.
They're just stuck out like a sore thumb. Talking about the youth movement.
Yeah, no kidding.
This is good.
Yeah, this is awesome.
You know, we could very easily have our own line for a while now.
Yeah. The mission.
See what he said right there. What he said right there, man. Could easily have our O-line for a while now. He has the same vision, man. That's the same vision right there. Same vision, man, for a while. Because you really could. Like now that, and you know, wait, does Hank walk back in? Wait, because they said, you know, does Hank walk back in? That's just how far of a gap that they had. Because you definitely know that, like, if they had a pick in the 4th round, that would have been their 4th round pick. So if that's the case, if they would have had that opportunity, their next pick would have been him because they took TeSlaa in the 3rd. Yeah, they would have taken him right away.
Going into the.
But for sure, you got Miles. You could have Tate starting at center. Christian Mahogany at guard. Giovanni Manu at tackle. Penei Sewell at right tackle. Like, bro, that's nuts. That would be the perfect scenario, but it's possible. It's not crazy. It's not crazy. That's possible that that's the case.
Draft. We're like, look, if we can get 3 guys that we just are thrilled about, then let's do that. And then I think we'd get Miles Frazier too. So I would definitely say the mission was completed.
That's so good, man. Look, you got Frazier. Oh my gosh. Got 4 of our guys. The 4 dudes we got, like, answer the bell and everything. What a good shot.
It is weird, though, because it did feel like there was a separator. I don't understand how he went that far. I still don't get it. I don't know what the... And I do like, though, the idea that Dan is there in the draft room, because I think that, not that he's there, but like how engaged he is saying things like that. Because then you get to like training camp and stuff. And it's like, all right. I mean, he's just not available right now. But it's not an expectation based on where he was taken. You already believe that he was kind of in that same range anyway. I think a lot of people kind of did. Like, I think a lot of people had a lot of love for Miles, and it was very strange that he went as far as he did. I still don't really understand why he went as far as he did. I'm glad he did, because we wouldn't have got him. I think the late release of this draft video give it a bit of a punch. That's facts. That's facts too. Because we haven't seen Miles. Like, we really don't know Miles as a Lion yet. Very similar to Mahogany. Very similar. It's crazy.
Back to Green Bay as day 3 continues into the 6th round. As we kind of start to get a picture of the plan for some of these teams.
I could get it either way. Yeah. What are the odds Jackson's going to say? He might take both of them.
It was a stressful day. I was sitting there watching every edge go before me. So I was kind of took it to heart a little bit.
Ahmed, he was one of those guys you wait and you wait.
It's Ahmed. I feel bad. When Ahmed came by, I called him Ahmed. My bad, dog. I don't know what it is. I said, Ahmed, let's get a pick. I didn't know it was Ahmed. I still have no idea how to pronounce this dude's name. But I got to go back, because this is pretty wild.
It's like,
I could get it either way. Yeah. What are the odds Jackson's going to say? He might take both of them.
I was watching Dan Jackson in the airport back. We flew back. I flew back day 3. What time? Probably like 4 or 5 in the morning. Like, it was super early. And that morning, I think there was like, because the airport back was tiny. And once you went through the gates, like, there was one spot to eat. Like, it wasn't like a legit, like, it was a tiny airport. And that airport, I remember sitting there. I think the waiter came out or whatever. I didn't order anything. They talked to me, but it was like you would sit and you were looking. I remember looking away from the restaurant, like basically into where your plane was going to be. And I watched Dan Jackson that morning. Yo, I promise I'm not making that up just to make it like sound cool, but like I legit was watching Dan Jackson that morning, because you knew like the draft had slimmed down a little bit. So it worked out really well, because it was very fresh in my mind when we took him of who Dan Jackson was. But yeah, I remember watching him that morning. I think it was that morning I was watching him. And then there was the dude from Iowa. Hold up, one second. I gotta remember this. I'm trying to paint the picture the right way here. Draft picks. Because I was like really diving. I was watching a lot of these dudes around. Oh my gosh, bro! Like, it's bringing me back. I got a weird sense of like where you are when you're seeing things. And I remember watching the other safety from Air Force. I was watching the Air Force safety. When was I watching the Air Force safety? It was in a different airport, because there was 2 airports. It was 2 connections. It was a connection. So I remember watching the Air Force safety. I think I was watching him. Yes, I was watching him before I got to that small airport. That was when I was at. So I was already kind of going into the safeties. That would have been like well before. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Because I think at that time, like you kind of knew who I watched Trey Taylor, who was the Air Force safety. I think that was his name. And that was also when I was watching Isaac TeSlaa. Now, I had watched Isaac TeSlaa before, because we had seen TeSlaa before. We had talked about him when we were doing our Draftaholic shows. But I do remember watching, a couple of those dudes, because that was such a long wait. But I remember the early morning before watching a little bit of Dan.
I could get either way. Yeah. What are the odds Jackson's on his side? Might take both of
It was a stressful day. I was sitting there watching every edge go before me. So I was kind of took it to heart a little bit.
Though,
Ahmed, he was one of those guys
Ahmed
you wait and you wait.
of
It's like a guy like him is still there, the 6th round, and another guy that we had conviction for.
The best pass rush in America, and this is the guy that leads it, Ahmed Hassan.
This guy's got some special makeup to him. Really fits us as far as effort. All the intangibles that we look for. He's been productive, a lot of sacks this year. He's got pass rush to him, and he can play the run. He's a real strong kid. He's a lion all the way through.
He's going to go down. Hassan makes the tackle and forces the 4th down. That is Ahmed Hassan again with a sack.
That game was nuts. I think that was one of the first that I saw too. You know what's crazy? You saying that? I watched that game that was a game that I watched at the airport. I had already seen it, but like you kind of try to refresh, and I think that game was like one of his 75-yard touchdowns. I think because he ended like breaking up over the top late, and he had like a massive touchdown. I was waiting for Bass, who's the Packers guy, because we were gonna go up together. So I was waiting for him to land, and I was just chilling, and I can remember watching that game.
That guy,
I'm a guy that's never gonna stop. I'm very strong and very physical at the point of contact, and I'm just never stopping. I'm gonna lay my body on the line every single game for my teammates, for my coaches, for my family.
No matter what happens, win, lose, or draw, I want to go out with my teammates. And I just love them. I love this team. I'll do whatever it takes to this team. I would die for this team.
He plays with such a relentless motor. He's been highly productive. He's made a lot of big plays in big games. Play that stood out was when they were playing at Penn State. The good tight end came in motion, tried to block him, and he just blew him up. And it was like, this dude plays like how we want to play.
You know, he's only been playing football for 5 or 6 years. His ability to adapt to the college game that fast, that's what excites you. I'm talking to the head coach, pulled me aside, just raved about this kid.
No,
and that
because he dominated this game.
Only been playing football for 5 or 6 years.
This one. I saw this game probably 3 times against Utah State. I think I had like so many clips coming from this game. It was Utah State, fair, but because the first time I had seen this was watching Jalen Royals and seeing him. He went nuts against Utah State.
His ability to adapt to the college game that fast, that's what excites you. I'm talking to the head coach, pulled me aside, just raved about this kid, and that sticks with you as a scout.
He just brings a lot of energy. You saw at the combine, he's a nonstop kid.
Come on! Come on!
He's ready to go. I love it. He's barking back. That's fun.
He had a good week there and performed well. And
he's ready to go. I love it. He's barking back.
This first loop is pretty clean. Right here, held up a little bit. Right here through that bench, kind of stiffened up a little bit. Man, he stayed tight. He did the drill the right way. He got down to the towels. Some of these dudes don't do that, and he was tight to the whole way. Like he took
there and performed well, and he deserves a shot that he's going to get.
We're praying, and we were sitting there, and my brother was sitting right next to me, and he was like, just leave it to God. He knows what team needs you, and he knows what team is the best for you. My best interview was with the Lions. I talked to Coach Caleb. The defense was making sense to me, and I was just firing up questions, and literally the Lions were the best team for me.
This guy's got a flag. He's got a pick.
What up, though? With the 196th pick, the Detroit Lions select Ahmed Hassan, defensive end, Boise State.
All these hard work, the dedication, the early mornings just were accomplished that day.
He and Dan Campbell and these Lions are, it's perfect. I would love to hear that Dan Campbell, Ahmed Hassan conversation.
Ahmed,
And they called
He
me.
said
Coach
Ahmed
was
for
like,
sure.
"Hey, you ready to be a Lion?" And I just broke down.
Coach, how you doing, Coach? Coach, I'll die for you, Coach. I just want you to believe in me. I just want you to believe in me, Coach. I'll die on that field for you, Coach. I promise I would.
Well, look, it's why we're picking you right now. We believe that, or we wouldn't pick you. So, listen, we're excited. Congratulations, man. And that's all you got to worry about. One day at a time, you just come in and compete.
I just need you to believe in me, Coach. I'll bring everything to the try. I promise you. I promise you, Coach.
This means so much to me. And being the first Egyptian to ever get drafted, that's huge. And when I moved to America, I couldn't speak the language. Like, I traveled to learn English and to learn football. And it was, God chose me to do it. I want to give that back for the team that believes in me.
He is thumped. Hassan, the first man to get there.
He brings so much energy, and so his personality really matches his play. And I would definitely say the mission was completed, but you almost can call it bonus. Like, we got this rusher from Boise that we've always had love for.
He's excited.
He is so excited. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
When you get in those late rounds,
Hassan, the first man
I love
to get
these
there.
point of
he
views
brings so
because
much
it's a
energy,
better
and
angle.
so his personality really matches his play.
Go behind
And
the
I would
quarterback.
definitely say the mission was completed, but you almost
But it's like
can call it bonus.
right here when he's pressing that and he's flattening that. That's the kind of thing I think of. You know, after what Dan was said, that he was like, "This is if you're not doing this kind of thing, then there's no place. Like we can't have you run and just pass the quarterback. Like let's make that move. Let's stay even with the quarterback." And this is the kind of thing where he's delivering that. Some of it, I think, is how the O-line been played that too, because he may have. Go back. Oop. Go back a touch here. Go back.
Bonus, like we got, especially when you
Go back. Going forward, man. All right,
That's huge. And when I moved to
He is thumped.
completed, but you almost can
right here. Yeah, it's how the tackle's playing it. Like his set is so flat. His
call
set
it
is so
bonus.
short.
Like we got this rusher from Boise that we've always had love for.
He's excited.
He is so excited. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
When you get in those late rounds, especially when you get into those skill positions, is what's going to be that extra stick that they can carry to compete for a chance on their roster.
that'd be cool.
And it really is special teams.
So he already knew, bro. He was for special teams, but he's the gunner, bro. Like he's, I would say, I think he's going to be that guy. He's gonna be the gunner for us. But he was talking about him as a slot gadgety piece. He's just so hard to connect with. Those are the dudes, man. Yeah,
And he's got a really good time.
Are you wanting to go here?
Yes.
Yeah, I got it.
For the scenario,
Both of those guys. Yeah. All right, I'm good.
there's just more teams. Just safety is a big need.
Yeah, I got it.
It's still him.
Yeah, I like
And then there's not much.
Got it.
Safety is a
they have safety as a big need. I think they have safety as a big need. Whoa, they got AI doing this? That have? Lions? Okay. Hey, look. They have safety as a big need. So someone, because they took Dan first. So they took Dan at 2:30. And 2:31, Miami needs safety. They took Iffy from us this offseason. I don't even know if they took a safety at that point, but they needed that, so it could have been them. Hunter Wooler, of course, Wisconsin. I don't even know if he's going to be a safety. I don't know what he's been doing for Indy. See on that. But they needed a DB too. I mean, probably Green Bay. They probably were thinking about it. There's a few safeties that went right after that pick.
Yeah, I got it.
It's still him.
Yeah, I like
And
it.
then there's not much.
Got it. Perfect.
Picking them on the clock, they took, they can't.
Okay.
I think I'm kind of blacked out for a second.
Honestly, don't know because, like, I haven't seen Dan Jackson, I don't think, at all, really. Because I was only there 2 days. Well, 2 days. I don't think I've seen Dan Jackson that much. And when I saw Kennelly, he was not participating because Kennelly had the big sweatshirt on. He wasn't participating. He was recovering from something. So he was, like, just getting right with trainers. He wasn't actually participating at that time. We heard some things about him early, but then we didn't hear he wasn't participating late when I was there. So, this will be where it shows up. We'll find out. About to find out.
Because just wasn't exactly sure what was going to happen all weekend, but it was an incredible experience.
I feel good about
Hey, Dan.
He's a little bit older, too.
It's Brad Holmes, you're in Detroit Lions.
Dan's going to stick.
How's it
I'm
going?
actually not too concerned. I think Dan's going to stick.
Well, hey, congratulations, man. About to pick you right here, okay?
Dan, congratulations.
Kennelly good.
Listen, this is going to be
Kennelly good,
great,
have a
man.
great
We love
body
your
type,
tape.
special
We
teams.
love what you're about. Big time program, playing big time ball, and you just take it one day at a time. Come in here and do what you do. You know what I mean?
Guys like him, especially with the new kickoffs, where it's not like the old style where you may have the body types like him that you're looking for certain roles. When you have everybody lined up within 10 yards of each other, that works because you have to get off blocks. So it's a unique style that would work for that. Same thing as a blocker potentially. He could be really nice on punt team because he could be a guy that you can line up on punt team on the line, let him get contact. You can put him out there as a wing, because he's going to have contact for a short period, but then he's still got to play through that contact. That way he can get upfield. So he has a great body type for special teams. Like any role on special teams, you would want a guy like Ian Kendall.
Just so excited, having all that hard work that I know I put in. Not even the last 6 years of Georgia, but my whole life, really just coming full circle. And I think just really grateful for everybody that sacrificed for me to get to this point.
This kid started as a walk-on, earned his stripes, ended up starting 2 years in the SEC, which is impressive. This kid epitomizes what you want. And you saw that at Georgia, whether it was playing defense, play special teams.
Seems like that just 2 years.
Dan Jackson blocked it.
What do you know about the Lions? I know y'all are built on physicality. And that's one thing that I love, and I want to be able to impact y'all, through special teams.
He is physical,
defense,
bro. He is super
yards.
physical.
What do you think your superpower is? I think I definitely play, at full speed every play.
What do you call him,
just
like a
my
rocket?
physicality.
Dan Jackson, very heady player, very tough, instinctive, good ball skills. He can run. He does have range, like his length and his size. So we're excited about him.
Dart throws a floater, intercepted by Dan Jackson.
3 years
That dude's
ago,
a
he's just
great
playing
fit
on
at
special
safety for us,
teams, and you see a little flash. And then last year he started, and you're like, okay,
easy.
this kid's got a little
Easy
bit.
at safety.
And then this year, you just see it kind of click more when you turn on the film. You see the big hits. I mean, this kid getting downhill is impressive.
Fires over the middle, but that was broken up by Dan Jackson, who had the hit of the week.
Dude, so we were here when he was
Hits. I mean, this kid getting downhill is impressive.
Fires over the middle, but that was broken up by Dan Jackson.
We were sitting typically right over here, right on the top here on this side. This side was the opposite side over here was where teams were. So we were on this side, and a lot of times when they would go to things like this, you would just scoot down.
Who has the hit of the week?
The Senior Bowl was really cool because, for one, I got to just show that this is what I was born to do and this is who I am, and then just wrapping it all together at Pro Day and just excited to have another chance to play football and compete.
Pumped to show what I got here at Pro Day. Can't thank Georgia enough for everything that they've done for me, and I'm grateful to do it one last time with the guys.
We've picked multiple guys from Alabama. We picked multiple guys from Iowa. Just so happened, we got Tate, but in the 7th round, Dan and Dominic were still there.
Come on, man.
Dominic,
it was about time.
He's one of our higher special teams.
Yeah, that's
players, poor core special teams. And the Georgia guy. and Dominic were still there.
Bro, see, dog, I'm telling you, he's a special teamer, bro. He is built for Gunner. He's built for it. I think he's going to take it over at some point this year, if not right away. He's going to be a problem because it's like he has a skill set where Dominic Lovett's the kind of guy you could just like put in any environment and you could like write a route on your hand and he'd be an issue to deal with because he's that difficult for anybody to stay in phase with. And then it's like, as we develop the actual like receiver aspects of his game, that kind of thing is going to be nasty. And on special teams, it's all about that creativity, making it difficult. Oh my goodness, he's going to be.
He's one of our higher special teams.
Yeah, that's
four core special teams.
I think it'll be the opposite. I think Dan's going to
SEC heavy, baby.
Love it. Will be
Drafted
great.
3 Georgia guys.
But Bulldogs.
Yes.
I was watching all my friends get drafted from Mizzou and Georgia, hearing their names called, knowing that it's been our dream since we was, 4, 5, 6. And then finally, like, that dream coming true.
Hey, Dominic. Hey, it's Brad Holmes, Jimmy Detroit Lions. How you doing? Oh, I'm doing good now. You tired of waiting? You ready to be a Lion? All right, my man. We about to pick you right here, man. Congratulations, okay?
It's really just like a surreal moment, watching your name come across the screen and getting that call. I was just overall just happy and excited.
He's an ultra-competitive kid, loves the game of football. That's the main things that jump off the film, and his route running, ball skills, ability to go across the middle and make the contested catches, and he's got run-after ability.
And the catch is made. Dominic Lovett still going.
Dominic is another one that he can do a lot of stuff from the slot. Really like his toughness with the ball in his hands. But when you watch some of his gunner film, it's pretty impressive.
Georgia practices every day.
Like,
it's
he is going to, he is not dancing,
contested
man.
catches,
That dude is
and he's got run-after ability.
He's out of there.
And the catch is made. Dominic Lovett still going.
Dominic is another one that he can do a lot of stuff from the slot. Really like his toughness with the ball in his hands. But when you watch some of his gunner film, it's pretty impressive.
Georgia practices every day. It's full go. I mean, it's like an NFL practice, but he stood out in terms of his competitive nature. For a smaller guy to be a competitive blocker, that says a lot about his toughness.
To the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Dominic Lovett.
It's an ongoing, non-stop, relentless climb for just building a roster in general. At the end of the day, whether you go to a small school or a program like that, you still have to be a good enough player, and it still is going to come down to that.
It's a great. We kind of touched everything, and we got quality dudes, starters.
Well, we did. 2 games.
That's right.
You start filling in with
that. I love the safety. I love it. Oh, it's awesome.
I love it.
It's a good draft.
Yeah.
Came out good.
Came out good.
It's well done, buddy. Crushed it again. It's awesome.
Bro, I'm telling you, it was really 2021 all over again, man. It really was, bro. Levi, Aleem, Sewell, trenches, the first 2 trenches, and then you sprinkled in the St. Brown. I mean, shoot, if Lovett, St. Brown. Oh my gosh. Could there be a world? I don't want to do that. but I'll say Miles was, I don't understand. I just don't understand how he went that far. Like, I don't understand how he fell that far down. Doesn't make sense to me. I appreciate you, Alex, with the repost. Doesn't make sense. But Isaac TeSlaa, specifically though, Dominic Lovett, like he reminds me of Aleem because he was that productive. And then it's like, can the rest of it come together? I think he's very capable of that. That productive against that talent. I'm going to have to get a Dominic Lovett shirt, man. I'm so fired up to see this dude. Dominic Lovett is going to be a problem. I think Lovett has, for where he was taken, you could also throw Miles into this too, because I think Miles is a starter. Miles is just weird. Miles is in his own group. I don't know why he went where he went. But like as a skill position, he has the highest, I think, like boom upside. That dude could be an absolute issue in the NFL as that works together. He could be an issue. Remember, it was like about week 10 for Saint, and we didn't really have receivers. So for Lovett, probably year 2. Probably year 2 before it starts to do its thing. But we might really see it right away. But for him getting on the field consistently, probably year 2. But if you just give us some glimpses this year.
We're all about culture around here, and it's not just players, but it's coaches, it's staff, it's employees. We want this whole organization, this whole building to be all aligned.
Where we're at right now, we're excited. We really got everybody back that we wanted to get. Obviously, DJ Reed and Lopez and Stewart, they fit us, what we're about, right? They don't back down from anybody.
The whole NFL knows about the Detroit Lions, and that's because of the city, that's because of Coach Campbell, that's because of the culture they built here. And as a competitor, as someone that loves ball,
Lopez looks like a
huge
mix
part
between
of why
Tyreek
I
and
chose
Tate.
Detroit.
The challenge is let's find football players in spring. Let's find football players. When you guys got here in April, you guys answered no. And that's the only reason the name's in blue right there. All that work that you guys do, it all equates to that right there.
Sometimes everybody doesn't want to do the hard way, but often the hard way is the right way.
We built this thing from the ground up, and that's great. But it's getting harder, and all we got to do, man, is just put our head down and continue to go to work.
That is facts, though, man. We keep it
We're
kicking late in the
extremely
draft.
fortunate. We have great ownership, having the trust and belief
But
in
I
what
also
me and
think
Dan are
it
doing.
stresses those dudes for sure. Like, it's one thing to take Hutchinson. I don't understand what Jacksonville is doing to this day. Nobody understands. That thing was months out. Let's talk about Kayvon. Does this work? George Karlaftis. You're just trying to make it work. How Hamilton, can you do that? You're just trying to make it work. And with that day of, when it was like, Hutch might be there at 2. I remember going to Banks, because we were in different rooms at Vegas. I remember going to Banks' room, and I think I ended up showing him something on my phone where it was like Jacksonville really thinking about like going that direction. And I was just like mind blown. Like, what are they doing? Like, what in the world are they doing? But it's one thing when that falls in your lap, you're not missing that. But now it's like those dudes got to be on it, man, because now you got to find those dudes. You have to be very the precision. You have to be so precise when you want to move up now, because those move ups are your big swings. Those are the ones, man. You don't have all that. Like, those are your top picks in the draft, man. You gotta be on it when you move up. Everything's got to be.
That alone is a
dialed
total
in.
injection of what our culture's about.
You're going to help us take that next step that we really want to do. Yeah, that's it.
It's the owner we have, it's the people that we have,
DJ's gonna
and then
be
most
proud.
importantly, it's the
DJ's
players.
gonna
If you've got some tools and you've got some talent, but you've got a little bit of this chip on your shoulder, and you're a guy who.
I'm gonna say it. The least happy person when we took DJ was not the Jets. It was Justin Jefferson. I'm just putting it out there, right? This guy had to deal with Carlton, who did pretty well against Justin Jefferson historically when he got here, and it was like, oh, okay, he's going to be able to do his thing against him. And nobody really does their thing against Jefferson, but he would match up pretty well. When DJ Reed went there, I'm telling you, he was like, oh, dang. That's the one guy.
Who believes you can do it in this league.
Because already Jordan Addison has to deal with that other dude in Terrion. He's already got a taste of like, oh, hey, the best games Terrion's putting on film is against you, Jordan. His best games are against you both times. Now the opposite side has to deal with that guy.
You belong here.
The culture here is just second to none. It's just a huge reason why this team has success. Once I put my mind into something, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there. I'm at the highest level that somebody can play. What can I do from here now?
I'm here to compete against the best of the best, and I just want all these guys to know that they're going to get my best foot forward.
I forgot I put myself on the screen. I'm sitting here watching it. Go back.
As a competitor, as someone that
We're extremely fortunate. We have great ownership, having the trust and belief in what me and Dan are doing. That alone is a total injection of what our culture's about.
You're going to help us take that next step that we really want to do. Yeah, that's it.
It's the owner we have, it's the people that we have, and then most importantly, it's the players. If you've got some tools and you've got some talent, but you've got a little bit of this chip on your shoulder, and you're a guy who believes you can do it in this league, then you belong here.
Culture here is just second to none. It's just a huge reason why this team has success. Once I put my mind into something, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there. I'm at the highest level that somebody can play. What can I do from here now?
I'm here to compete against the best of the best, and I just want all these guys to know that they're going to get my best foot forward every day.
I don't ever take it for granted, knowing that I get this opportunity to put on that blue and, be a Lion.
many people would be
Bro,
blessed
that
to
does
be.
not look like an offensive lineman. Miles Frazier does not look like an offensive lineman, dude. We got some athletes, dude. This guy looks lean, but at the same time, he doesn't play that way. He's a bully. Honestly, Tate Ratledge is kind of like that too. I would say Sewell's in that class. Someone said they remind him of Decker. Kind of, yeah. But
in a situation and pray and hope to be in a situation. So I
Brad
just
might
wanna
be that
maximize
dude
my
when it comes to
opportunity.
taking line.
It's a lot more that goes into the NFL than college. There's already great players here, and I'm ready to get playing, trying to make an impact.
We feel really good that we took the path that we take, and it does make you appreciate that we did not take any shortcuts, and we went through the narrow gate.
This guy is unbelievable. This guy's unbelievable, man. And once a year, it just continues to get better and better. But I trust this guy with everything, all right? And I'm going to give you another hand, brother.
I just love this game. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to, and that's the reason why I do everything. And I'm going to contribute in any way I can and then give it my all every single play.
You gotta love this game at this level. And coming here and being around these guys, I'm ready to get to work, ready to get this season rolling.
I didn't know if they were going to do something, like they were hiding something. Seen a lot of good movies this year, you know? Maybe not a lot. I've seen a few. Looking forward to some coming out. But this was the one. Hey, you know what I mean? Hey, y'all did your thing, Lions. You did your thing, man. This was it. This was the movie we were waiting for. This was it. I've seen Happy Gilmore 2. I liked it. I really liked Happy Gilmore 2. Put that camera down. Lions, you did your thing. Brad? Man, they put some gray on your beard, bro. That was unnecessary, by the way. I didn't have to. Hey. Let him know. Look how happy he is. His teeth are massive, bro. Those are straight white teeth. Okay? Whatever, toothpaste you're using, dog, let me know. Once again, making this thing happen. This dude making this happen. He sped up the timeline. He really did. He sped up the timeline. And now, oh my goodness. And now we keep it rolling. Now we keep it rolling. Oh, you lost you lost your center, which was sad. You lost your coordinators. Brad said, hold up. We're doing too much. We're doing too much, okay? There's too much talking going on right now. Acting like this dude still isn't just bringing in dogs. With Bush, Boban, Eminem kind of felt like Detroit Gilmore too. Hey, it was fire. That's the coolest Bob. It really is. Shout out to Michael Beck, man. He was holding on to that. When he told me he had that, I was so excited. I was so excited to see that thing. That's my favorite. That is my favorite one. All right, let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Do you feel like Holmes will be the hot seat after this year if no Super Bowl? I don't think he'll be, but I've seen others believe he will be. No, I don't think well, I guess maybe because the perception from the inside, no. If we didn't make the Super Bowl, from the outside, maybe, but that's more of a fans, there's different perspectives. From my opinion, there's absolutely no way that guy can be on a hot seat. There's no shot. Like thinking that Brad Holmes and Dan together have literally put together the greatest run in Lions Super Bowl history already. Truly. We've already been on the best run in history. 9-8, 12-5, NFC Championship, 15-2, bye week, number 1 seed. Like, that's the greatest run in history in the Super Bowl era the Lions have had. So that alone, no shot. But, man, just like what he does, the way that it's been the same, the approach in the draft, the approach in free agency, it's been consistent. That dude has been amazing. Been amazing. Heading to the Hall of Fame game, Master Chief. Enjoy it, man. We really considered it, but I have a coaches meeting tonight and stuff, so I can't really do it. I gotta do that. I gotta put that priority. But that said, we will be here live for the game tonight, which is why I wanted to knock this out early today. I don't know exactly when I'll be back because I don't know how long the meeting's gonna go, but I'll be here for the game. And the earlier I'm back, the sooner we'll start the stream, and we'll chat about the game before it starts. As for who's playing tonight, I don't really know. I know Tate's not. I'm pretty sure Tate's not. I'm pretty sure Tyreek's not. Beyond that, I'm not sure. Anybody that's been banged up, no. Any starters, no. Rookies-wise, not sure. Maybe a little bit of TeSlaa, right? Unless he's banged up, I would assume a little bit of TeSlaa. Beyond that, I would think everybody. That's not Miles Frasier because he's banged up a little bit. Anybody that's banged up a little bit, those guys, when he's not a little bit, he's actually on the list. But anybody that's banged up, yeah, I don't expect to see those guys. No Terrion. Hooker and Allen should hold it down. At running back, probably, maybe no Craig, maybe a little bit of Craig, no Vaki. But Small will play. The new addition, I would assume, will play, whose name is slipping my mind now. Horton's going to be fun to watch. Shane Zylstra, that's going to be fun to watch. The receivers going to be fun. Ronnie Bell, Malik Taylor, Dominic Lovett, maybe some TeSlaa, right? Maybe a little bit. And then, let me see. Who else do we have in there? I'm forgetting people. Let me see real quick. Wide receiver. Jackson Meeks, Jacoby Keeney James. That's 6 guys. That's fun. O-line, Giovanni Manu, Kingsley, KO'd, I would assume. Maybe a little bit of Skipper. Maybe. But Colby, Michael Neese, Tristan Colon. That should be a good interior. Jamarco Jones, Mason Miller. Ben Rage Johnson. Dose, how do you control your emotions when we lost to the Commanders and 49ers? I can't control anything. Well, one, I think for me, it was probably just like naturally as I got older. I think I've been able to control them a little bit better. Now, this hasn't been great. I'll be honest. It's just a different way. Like it used to be more so of just being sad. Now sometimes I just get more mad depending on how the game is and how we played. But the biggest thing is like I'll give you an example. When we played the Chargers back when Amir Abdullah was here and we got out to a big start, we lost. That was like an emotional breakdown. That was like 2012. That was a disaster. But I'm telling y'all, it's just been trying to understand the game better. That's it. Doing the breakdowns right after the game, the all-22, like just trying to understand the game better. And for preseason, obviously, there won't be really any of that because it's preseason. But for like regular season, it's just that. Just trying to understand the game better, understand what they're trying to look for, what's trying to be made happen. And then I think you get a better understanding of the good and the bad, and you're able to, relax a little bit more through it. That's what's helped me the most. That's definitely helped me the most. Because I think when you really don't know why something went wrong, and that's not to say I always know, but like I try to understand it, and if I can, it helps. Because if I really don't know why things are going the way they are and something's bad and it doesn't go well, now I'm just frustrated, and you're frustrated because you don't know what the heck's going on, but you just know it's not right. But like when you can step back and be like, okay, that's why this happened, then all of a sudden you can kind of put better perspective to it, and you're more chill about what's going on. So that's been the big thing for me, which is why we do the breakdown videos. Wide receivers, TeSlaa, and Lovett. See, that's going to be awesome. Quarterbacks will be fun. So, yeah, probably I don't know about Kai because Kai is injured, so I don't know if he's going to play. But Jabari Small, Jacob Sailors, maybe a little bit of Craig to have a third back. The D-line's going to be awesome. Nate Lynn, fire. Muhammad, hopefully. I don't know, but hopefully. They got Ogude listed above Muhammad. That's disrespectful. But Ogude, Keith Cooper, maybe a little bit of Broderick, Chris Smith, who's been flashing. Pat O'Connor, of course, maybe a touch of him. Just a tad. Miles Adams fired up for that. Raekwon's done some things. Isaac Ukwu, Ahmed. I would assume some Ahmed. And then, Grant Stewart maybe a little bit. Trevor Nowaski, yes. Gilbert for sure. Turner, Pittman. Cunningham maybe a little bit. The corners will be fun because Tyson Russell is doing his thing. Boodle's been getting a lot of looks. Rock Ya-Sin maybe a little bit to start because Rock Ya-Sin, if he gets to start today, he could show out. Whiteside, I think, had a pick as soon as he got here. And then the safety battle. Kennelly, Strickland, Mo Norris, Hallett. That's one. Dan Jackson. Like, there's a lot of dudes that could play there. Jim Harbaugh and his Chargers are playing first round running back Hampton tonight. Ooh, okay. Hold up. We might have to. I'll look into that before the game. For the Chargers side. Do we have? So I would assume they won't play most starters, but Trey Pipkins, Andre James might play. That'd be a really good challenge from the Raiders. Jameer Salyer, who had the battle with Hutchin at Georgia. Carson Benhart, which, by the way, after that game, people said don't draft Hutchinson because I guess Salyer somehow shut him down. But I don't know. Okay, so there could be some good battles in there. There's some good players in there. Some good backups in there. I don't think they'll touch many of the starters though. And they got Vidal, the running back out of Troy. He's pretty good too. Jarrett Patterson, the Buffalo back. Hassan Haskins, Michigan. Raheem Sanders. Is Raheem Sanders South Carolina? I think so. They got some good backs. For receiver wise, Brendan Rice, so USC. Des Fitzpatrick from Louisville. Some guys that were pretty fun to watch coming out. Darius Davis, Keandre Lambert-Smith, the rookie from Auburn. Rager's in there. They got some dudes, man. Luke Grimm. They got some dudes, man. This could be fun. Scott Matlock on the D-line. Christopher Hinton, the big man. Ooh, okay. I'm pretty fired up about this. All right, we'll talk about that, man. When I get back, we'll go live. We'll talk about what we got to see. But that being said, Broderick Martin, yeah, it's unfortunate, but I'm still excited for him. Trey Lance starting tonight is crazy considering what the Niners gave up in the draft for him. It is nuts, but that's also a lot of fun because he'll be running around all over the place. So it'll be a lot of fun to deal with because a lot of things he'll make happen off script. So it'll be a lot of just broken things, and guys will just have to be reactive. Discipline and reactive. That's what a lot of today will be about. So that'll be a lot of fun. A lot of challenge, though. Big challenge for those young guys. Especially for guys like Ahmed, like guys like that. Stay disciplined. You get some read options in there, things like that. Like, we got to be disciplined. I'm going to leave it there, though. Shout out to Lions for putting that together. It was a lot of fun. Everybody that joined us live for this, we'll be back for the game tonight, and I will see y'all then. I don't know what we'll do post-game, but we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll do something, maybe we won't. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll just kind of see how things go. But I'm going to leave it there. We thinking Hooker starts tonight? I would think he starts tonight because he's been in the system. I would think Hendon Hooker gets a start. That would be my guess. I would think so. Yeah, I would think so. But maybe not. But I would think so. I'm out of here, man. Enjoy your day. I'll see you back. Lions, 8 p.m. Eastern against the Chargers tonight. Join us. And I'm out.